And what are your favorite themes in this book? Like, what are the central themes which you have touched upon?
There's a lot of nature poetry that you will find.
So, Namrata, what is it about your life that you would like to share with us? What was your childhood like?
Most of my childhood was spent in Sanar.
Does Reiki and your healing help you with creativity? So, Namrata, since when have you been inspired into poetry writing? जसवीरा स्टॉक जोन पे हम आपके साथ हर बार एक नया एपिसोड लेके और एक नया टॉपिक लेके जरूर जुड़ते हैं और कई सारे टॉपिक्स हम बना चुके हैं इन वेरियस फील्ड्स। सो आप अगर इसको सब्सक्राइब करते हैं तो आपको ये नोटिफिकेशन टाइम पे आ जाएगा और इस नोटिफिकेशन के आने के बाद आप उस पॉडकास्ट का पूरी तरह से फ़ायदा उठा सकते हैं और उनको अपने नियर एंड डियर वंस के साथ शेयर करके अपनी ड्यूटी ऑफ बीइंग अ गुड फ्रेंड, अ गुड रिलेटिव भी पूरी कर सकते हैं। आज हम ऐसी बहुत सी बातें डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, तो आप हमारे साथ अंत तक बने रहिए क्योंकि अंत में भी हम डॉक्टर साहब से वो सारी चीज़ें पूछेंगे जो हमारे मन में एक तरह से एक मिथ या एक भ्रांति के तौर पर हमारे मन में हैं। वो आज हम डॉक्टर साहब से सारी बातें क्लियर करने वाले हैं। सो आप अपने फ्रेंड्स, फैमिली, बच्चों के साथ बैठ के ये पॉडकास्ट देखिए, ये नॉलेज शेयर कीजिए और इसका फ़ायदा उठाइए। इसी पॉडकास्ट की छोटी रील्स, 30 सेकेंड्स वाली रील्स आपको इंस्टाग्राम पे मिल जाएंगी, जसवीरा स्टॉक जोन पे, या यूट्यूब पे भी यही रील्स आपको एज शॉर्ट्स एंड क्लिप्स मिल जाएंगे। सो प्लीज़ आप सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और इसका भरपूर फ़ायदा उठाइए। Welcome to the studio, Namrata.
Thank you so much. What beautiful flowers and my favorite color.
Yes, this
Lovely.
is specially mauve chosen for you because your book is the Mystic Mauve.
Thank you so much. I brought my poetry first. A maiden poetry book for you.
This is so
Mystic
beautiful,
mauve.
so beautifully draped. I love the bow, I love the color of the ribbons. And may this book do so well and inspire
Thank
you
you so
for
much.
many more books
Thank
to
you,
come.
Namrata.
It's
Thank
always
you.
a delight. It is a pleasure and delight to have Miss Namrata with us today in our studios. Namrata, I know you as a Reiki healer, as a tarot card reader, as a painter, as someone who runs a studio for ladies' wear, and now this beautiful book on poetry. Amazing. I'm really delighted to have you here.
Thank you so
And
much.
I have something very beautiful as you are. Some little flowers for you. Allow me to give them to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's a delight receiving my favorite colored flowers from you.
I knew this. I knew mauve is your favorite color, and I went all out to look for mauve color.
That's
flowers.
really-
Look at me. I found them.
That's
I
really
just-
sweet of you.
Yeah. And thank you so much for this beautiful book which you have gifted me. And so beautifully wrapped, so beautifully done up. And I wish you great success.
Thank
in
you
your
so
future
much once
journey.
again, and the pleasure is all mine, ma'am. I hope you enjoy reading the poems.
Namrata, since you're a multi-talented and multifaceted personality, I'm sure, how do you manage all these things together? You excel in everything you do. You're a fantastic Reiki healer. I know you're one of the best. Tarot reading, I'm not very sure about. But then, yes, painting, your studio, your poetry book, of course, is going to make a mark in the world. तो कैसे कर लेते हो? How do you manage all this?
I have varied interests actually, and it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm in a mood to paint and express my emotions, or just to release. Creativity is a release for me, so that's how I go about it. Some mornings I I wake up early just to find time to write or to paint. I feel it's very therapeutic for me in general. And ladies' wear was just to keep myself busy, but Reiki is something I'm very passionate about, because I feel that's somewhere where I give back to humanity. I'm able to do a good deed and reach out to people, connect with them on a deeper level, um, empathize with them.
So much for
Yes.
empathy, yes.
Yes.
But then all this creativity which comes from painting, which comes from poetry writing, how do you get so inspired?
For me, I find inspiration from nature. It's one of my biggest inspirations, as such, you can say. Birds, trees, flowers, seasons.
What do they speak to you?
Yeah, they really speak to me, because there is a poem which is titled as The Babblers, which speaks about birds and how akin they are to us humans, जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं सात बहनें, वो कितना शोर मचाती हैं, है ना? Similar to women, we're gossiping, we're talking ill about others. There's a cacophony that we create. And that's the similarity. Seasons, like, talk about spring, it gives us so much happiness, to be out and about in the flowers. And since I'm March born, maybe there is a connect with it. Plus, like trees, like, you can say they're deep rooted and they teach us how to stand tall in all weathers.
And they teach us how to give and give and give, because
Yes.
people, the more laden the tree is with fruits, the
Yeah.
more thrones
Giving
are
you-
thrown
yeah,
at it.
true
Yes.
that.
So, yes,
Agree.
trees teach us so
And
much.
life, as such, has been the biggest muse for me.
Okay.
I catch myself pondering upon who we are as people, how the world is evolving, all this hapless materialism. Basically, all these questions I do touch upon them and ponder upon them.
So this is from where all the creativity.
Creativity is my release. Okay, I find immense happiness when I create something. I'm so astonished by. Sometimes I'm really astonished by what I've created. They're like, I wonder whether did I write this or did I paint it? How did it come out so well? And I feel that the universe follows a certain rhythmic pattern, and creativity is the result of it.
Very interesting. So that means you have that divine inspiration. That is why you feel, oh, how come all this has come up? Interestingly, Namrata, how do you call it a rhythmic pattern in the universe?
I'd like to recite a poem of mine in this context. It says, the title of the poem is Valor. So it says, the yin and the yang, like sepals of ylang ylang, the dark supersedes light, courage overcomes fright.
Beautiful. Beautifully written.
Thank you.
True. Everything is followed in a rhythm. This is the yin and yang of life. And that is from where everything seeds out. So, Namrata, since when have you been inspired into poetry writing?
Honestly speaking, after the loss of my mother, the pain was so overwhelming, and there was so much pent up emotions that I wanted to actually just vent it out. And I found catharsis in poetry. Somehow the words just started flowing and I started writing. It became more apparent after my initiation into Reiki also. That's when I feel that some chakra, especially the sacral chakra as they call it, the creative chakra, came into full bloom. And here I was writing not only English poetry, to my surprise, writing Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu as well.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, very soon we are going to get all this poetry too.
Yes, it's in the offing.
Yeah.
I have, I am planning to come up with a multilingual poetry book soon after this one. Yeah.
So, Namrata, what is it about your life that you would like to share with us? What was your childhood like?
Most of my childhood was spent in Sanar. Both my parents were in Sanar. My father was one of the administrative in charges there. And I spent my childhood in the lap of nature. So nature definitely was a big inspiration for me. And my mother, who I was very close to, was somebody who was very compassionate, and I would say she had an entire love circle around her. Because so now being a boarding school, the kids would always be hungry, and we would have children in our house all the time. And here, my mother, despite being a teacher, staying unwell, still she would take out time to cook for them. I remember on Sunday mornings, it would be like right before that Mahabharata or Ramayana serial used to come. My mom would make about at least 30-40 parathas in the morning.
My God, yes.
Knowing that all the girls would be coming. And literally my father used to be like, Namrata ki barat aani hai. So it was a feast for the kids. And each and every, after Mama passed away, each and every child, when I went for my 25th reunion, remembered her so fondly. I can't even tell you. The way it touched my heart. So I guess
I can understand. That is from where you got your compassion.
Yeah.
And probably that is from where you become a healer
Ji.
and you do your Reiki so well. So I'm sure you've dedicated some poem to mom also.
Ji. I'll read it out to you. The title of my poem is An Ode to My Rose. The most selfless being in the world, like a May rose by March dew impearled, carried us in her womb, nurtured us gently till our bloom. Myriad roles did she play, taught us to be steadfast and never sway. Our first mentor, all her desires did she surrender. A friend beyond measure, my life's little treasure. Oh mother, you are my rhapsody. Love you with voracity beyond any capacity.
Wow. So good and so touching.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, I can understand that all this inspiration springs from there.
Yes.
And what are your favorite themes in this book? Like, what are the central themes which you have touched upon?
There's a lot of nature poetry that you will find, I mean, there is a poem called Babblers that talks about, we spoke about that.
Yes, gossip.
Gossip.
Yeah.
Then there are poems about spring, autumn, the advent of winter, and even October. Specifically of the month of October, I've addressed it as that.
Okay.
Then there's a theme for women, basically what all myriad roles we play. It talks about our angst and despair also. That then there are one or two poems about our mind and the treacherous games it plays upon us, and how we can overcome our fears by overcoming, just by controlling our mind in general. And the last one, I would say, there's a philosophical take on life as such, from a deeper level, and there are a couple of 2-3 poems titled as To Let and To Be and Let Be, also Masquerade. So there are a few poems on these topics.
So this means, Namrata, you have a vast gamut of themes on which you can write. There are lots of things that really inspire you. Different from the way Wordsworth was or Keats were, like they were just nature poets or they were just philosophical poets, or the way Donne was, he was all into metaphysics and stuff like that. But here I feel you're everything rolled into one.
There's nothing like that. But it's just that, there's so many things that you can write. Just when you're in the mood or something triggers you, I don't know what it is. One conversation, a line that you read, a color,
and that's it, and that's
so
it, which
things.
It just takes you this much for that muse to inspire you to write.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So Namrata, what made you choose writing poetry as the genre of your expression and not writing a story or something which is much easier and simpler?
I feel I chose poetry because as a medium, because I feel it's the best way to express one's emotions. Thoughts just flow into words, and there you have a poem.
Yes, the kind of intensity that a poem can create is immense as compared to a story. Yeah.
So, and poetry has been very therapeutic or cathartic for me, as I mentioned earlier, also. And that's why I chose this medium.
And definitely, I think it is more creative.
Yes, because it's so concise.
It is so intense,
so
it is so
many,
concise,
yeah.
and you can just put in the depth of what you are saying, what you had to say in 100 pages, you can just do it in 10 lines.
True.
So I think that's what makes all the difference, and that's the way
And
you are.
and I can't
suppose
write very long poems as such. My poems are very short and concise.
Okay.
Or you can say I can just think for a couple of minutes and there it ends. So I have to jot down my thoughts immediately before it just goes.
Would you like to read any of your favorite lines and analyze them for us?
Ji, surely. This poem is titled Sands of Time. As I watch the sands of time slip away from my hands, birth and death are in the bigger scheme of things I understand. Why do I try to chase and not the pain and grudges erase? Flow with the tide of time, with the bigger plan of the universe abide. Detached from this big illusion, watch the drama of life, a mighty delusion. Live life in the now, finding joy in trivial things somehow. For I am just a speck of dust in this cosmos on a quest, learning my lessons in the pursuit of garnering blessings. As I watch the sands of time slip away from my hands, birth and death are in the biggest scheme of things I understand. So here this poem talks about how birth and death are already fixed, for us, and how we hold on to grudges and make ourselves only suffer through all that pain and misery. Why don't we forgive easily, forget it, because eventually it's all troubling you. And if you see in the larger scheme of things, you are just like a speck of dust in the cosmos.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
How wonderfully presented. Does Reiki and your healing help you with creativity?
Yes, it does. Immensely help me with my creativity. I feel ever since I have started my Reiki practice, I have become deeply intuitive. And right from the beginning, definitely I was very drawn towards the occult sciences. But now I have I learned tarot also because of this, that, I wanted to somehow find that connect. And there are a few episodes in my life where I feel that my intuition has really evolved, and it's not only for myself, I get it for others also.
Okay.
There's an incident where we were in Rajasthan and we were at a friend's place. They decided to show us the Kumbhalgarh fort, and here our hubby was wearing a very ornate kada, lots of diamonds on it. I felt, that I should tell her not to wear it. But then again, I thought that it's not my place to do so. After all, it's her state and she knows the place, whether it's safe or not. And once we were there in Maharani Padmavat's palace, a horde of people came and her kada was gone.
Oh.
I felt so bad after that, that I should have listened to my intuition. Thereafter, I started listening to my gut instinct more and, not ignoring it. Then there was one episode where we were traveling from Leh to Kashmir. And although we had traveled for a couple of hours, there was this, when we crossed this particular mountain, I felt that a strong magnetic pull. And I couldn't really tell or relate to as why am I getting that feeling. I kept looking at the direction of that mountain, only to know later that this is the base camp for Baltal.
Oh.
It was, I can't even tell you, what an immense pull, as if that mountain is literally calling out to me. So I feel all these things, somewhere I'm connected.
You have a sharp
Yes.
intuition, and
Yes.
somehow you're connected to the universe and the
Yes.
flow of things.
Yeah,
This does
yes,
help.
true that. Anji.
I would ask you to give a little bit of advice to a young budding authors our young budding poets who want to explore the creative field in life, the field of creative writing in life?
For the young budding authors, I would like to say that poetry really fosters creativity. So when it's like your imagination takes flight and you just find words to do so. And in today's world where ChatGPT or artificial intelligence has really crept into our lives, I would like to say, let it be a servant, don't make it your master.
True. Well advised. I guess in the years to come, all these things might just be things of the past. So let's not allow them to die.
Yeah.
That is most important,
Yes.
I guess. So Namrata, after Mystic Mauve, which is a beautiful collection of poems, what next?
I plan to come up with a multilingual poetry collection, and it will be in different languages, Hindi being the prime one, but also a few on Urdu.
Oh,
Amazing.
amazing.
And to my surprise, in Punjabi also.
Oh, great. great.
Although I'm
so,
not
so many languages. You
no,
can
not well
express.
versed in Punjabi, but somehow, I don't know, one fine day I saw myself writing 1 or 2 poems in Punjabi. So hopefully I shall be able to write a few more before I publish the next book.
We're definitely looking forward, and we wish you all success in this beautiful venture of yours.
Thank
and
you.
We'll definitely look forward to more publications coming from you, Namrata.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
we'll enjoy every single book of yours. Wishing you all the best in this journey of poetry and, of course, in your journey of life. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
It's been my pleasure, ma'am. Thank you so
It's
much
been
for
a
having
pleasure.
me here.